I said, who the f is Stelios?
Right.
She said, where did you hear that name? I said, who is he? And then she said, don't believe everything a 6-year-old says. And I said, I'm gonna leave before I do something that I'm gonna regret for the rest of my life.
Mm.
And so I got in the car and I went to work.
Mature response.
And that
Look at my
afternoon,
man's face.
she started calling me, like calling me every 5 seconds. And I just would let it go to voicemail. Finally, the secretary came into my office and she said, John, your wife's on the phone and she's crying. I said, yeah, she should be crying.
Mm.
And she said, no, she was in a car accident and she's injured. And I was like, for God's sake. So she was calling my phone again, so I picked it up and I said, what? And she said, I got in an accident and I'm injured and the kids are crying. And so I drove up to the accident scene and the car she was first in a left-hand turn lane to make a left. There was a guy 5 cars back. Greeks are very impatient drivers.
Okay.
She went to make the left. He came from the back and just T-boned her and pushed the car up onto the sidewalk and demolished it, and she broke her wrist and it was a big mess.
Okay, so she's telling the truth.
So I go up there
Finally.
and get out of my car, my fully armored, BMW 540 with, my 2 guns. And I said to him, what happened here? And he gets all excited. He says, your wife, inabutana, she's a whore. I said, my wife is a whore? And then he was in a coma for quite a while.
Whoa, okay.
3 days.
In a coma. Think about how wild of a day this is, okay? First off, shout out, kudos to the man. After finding out that he got cheated on, that he still has an inkling of care within his body to even show up to the scene. But because he was unable, as a CIA operative, to control his emotions within that moment, he almost killed a man over his wife that was getting her cheeks clapped and rearranged by a